Got some more news for you regarding Funimation's voice for Goku, Schemmel. If you're not aware, earlier today I released a video discussing claims that were leveled against him regarding touching fans at conventions. A number of fans have come forward with stories and are alleging that Sean has done such things to them at conventions and, of course, unwanted. If that's true or not, I don't know. Personally, I'm skeptical, very skeptical. This is a follow-up video to that one, sort of. You don't need to watch that one first. So if you're curious about that video, by all means, continue watching this video and then go back and watch that one. I'll even leave a link in the description for you. And with that said, let's go over the topic of discussion here. Some drama between Sean Schemmel and Peter Kelamis, the Ocean Dub's voice of Goku. Apparently, Sean had Kelamis forcibly canceled at Kamehacon and some other very weird interactions that they had on Twitter. We're going to be taking a look at those things today. I'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. We are over here on Reddit, and we need to do some investigating right now together, because these tweets that we're going to be discussing in this video have since been deleted. So we won't be able to look directly at the tweets, and it seems like they were not archived. But luckily, the post here on Reddit had some people transcribe the tweets more or less. This thread is titled, Peter Kelamis has been forced to cancel his appearance at Kamehacon. It has been confirmed through the grapevine. And let's take a look at what this is all about. So this post reads, Schemmel has yet to deny being the person Kelamis is referring to, tweeting F off to people calling him out, which he quickly deleted. Schemmel has been indirectly called out by many fellow voice actors, including Sean Chiplock, Kaiji Tang, and Alejandro Saab. In a response to a meme depicting him removing Kelamis from Kamehacon, Schemmel replied with this tweet, saying that ultimately it was Kamehacon's decision since as a guest he cannot ban people. When asked directly if he was the person Kelamis was referring to, Schemmel declined to answer. So let's scroll that down a little bit. Peter Kelamis has yet to mention Schemmel by name, but he has liked a tweet asking if he was the one responsible. We also know that Schemmel has blocked Kelamis on Twitter, which matches Kelamis' letter. It's been an open secret for years that other dub Goku actors aren't to be at cons with Schemmel. So that's one of the big rumors, and you guys may have heard this before. I'm not breaking this story. This has been, as you can see, it's been going around on Reddit, probably other forums like maybe Kazinshu or whatever. This is not a new story regarding people claiming that Sean has issues with other Dragon Ball voice actors. That has been going around for a while. The reason we're talking about it now is because it's kind of something that's been going under the radar somewhat. Like, this is not really being discussed much. And given the recent claims against Schemmel from fans, I think it's good to look back at this and report on it. And, by me doing this, maybe other people will come forward with more information. As you can see here, it's kind of a puzzle. We're missing tweets. We're missing some context. We need to kind of piece this all together. But that's what we're going to do together. So let's continue on. They say Schemmel then began engaging fans, criticizing his Goku Black voice. This went on for about 15 minutes, after which Schemmel began to delete his tweets using tweet delete. Whoa. Oh my gosh. So even then, apparently, he was, doing some things to fans that you shouldn't be doing. This is not the same sort of claims that the previous video I made earlier today were being leveled against Sean. That was about touching. But here he is going after fans, apparently, taking umbrage with their criticism of his Goku Black voice. Who knows what he was saying, but it must have been pretty bad if he was deleting it all, and deleting it that quickly. Wow. Because again, they say this went on for about 15 minutes, after which Schemmel began to delete his tweets using tweet delete. Continuing on, moments later, Kelamis tweeted that he will be attending after all, as the pertinent parties have spoken on the phone and cleared the air. This will likely happen during the 24-hour gap between Schemmel liking this supportive tweet. This likely happened during the 24-hour gap between Schemmel liking this supportive tweet and deleting every tweet he's ever made. Wow. We will continue to reach out to Schemmel and hope he denies his involvement. Update, Kamehacon has formally announced Schemmel's attendance and thanked him for his professional behavior. Let's take a look at some of the comments here in the thread. So no confirmation on who it is, but pretty much everybody is assuming it's Sean. I looked through the guests, and to my knowledge, Sean isn't even going. That's some next level petty if it was indeed him. Response: judging by these comments and how everyone is assuming him, he's done something like this before. Wonder why he's so insecure about that. Another post: they confirmed Schemmel to VIPs through email yesterday. It'll be officially announced tomorrow, and that corroborates with the thread that we just read, the op. Well, I guess it's not necessarily the op. I take that back. It's the sticky post here from the moderator, and that's why it said update. So that update must have come after this poster said, that they weren't sure if Sean was going to be there or not. Well, this post is interesting. It says, we all know who it is. So that's now Kelamis and Moro. When will Corlett, Richard, Ian, and Lex Lang run into Schemmel's jealousy? So he's got problems with some of the other VAs. It does seem more and more like that's the case. Don't forget Steve Blum, the big green guy. LMAO, oh my gosh, that was some serious cringe when he legitimately did not know who the Ginyu Force was. Okay, let's be fair here. The whole "you're not Goku, I'm Goku" thing sounds like he could have been joking, to be honest. Except when people are apparently, allegedly, getting removed from conventions because of that insecurity. Interesting stuff. Let's take a look at a few more here. This guy's memeing a little bit. Sean Schemmel dare blocks the son of a shepherd. I've never done a Rolf voice. I'm never going to try it again. That was horrible. I'm sorry. Ed and Eddie, for those of you who don't know, that was a reference. A few more here. Other voice actors like Kaiji Tang, Sean Chiplock, and Alejandro Saab are calling him out too, indirectly of course. It's going to be one of these dramas, isn't it? And the response to that, the only reason I haven't gone direct with it is because I have yet to see 100% confirmatory evidence as to who was responsible. Regardless of how many people are certain it's a specific person or have anecdotal stories that make it more likely, that doesn't pass as hard evidence that they're the culprit. I'm still waiting on the proof. That being said, I will be among the first to straight up call out the culprit directly if that hard proof does come to light. Friggin' people over like this and getting to skirt by without repercussions is not okay. And of course, it also goes back to ruining the conventions for the fans, something that we've been talking about over and over and over again. The conventions are for the fans. And that's part of why so many people appreciate Vic, because he does make it all about the fans. He cares about the fans. Here you have petty drama and VAs being forced to cancel their appearance allegedly at conventions just because of a insecurity from a VA who's, let's be honest, as much as I don't want to admit it, more prominent. Schemmel's more prominent than Kelamis. It's true, at least in my opinion. You might disagree with that, but I wouldn't be surprised if most people would see it that way. Regardless, though, it's ridiculous. I mean, Kelamis has fans. I think he does a great job, too. That said, I do think Schemmel does a good job voicing Goku. I've said that over and over. I'll say it again. I don't like how he acts now. It seems like he's not a very good dude. But that aside, let's continue looking at this information. A few more posts here, and then we'll get to the new one. Sean, seriously? Wow, my respect for him has gone down a lot. And the response, my respect for him as a person has been waning ever since his giant Twitter meltdown back in 2016. Not too sure what that's about. Hold up a second. Okay, so I clicked expand the comments or whatever, and one user asked, what happened there? The response, a lot of fans were asking Sean if he would be returning as Goku for the Super Dub, which a foregone conclusion anyways, but I guess they wanted to hear it from him. I believe he was under an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, so he had to keep saying that he couldn't comment. After growing obviously more agitated, he later made a tweet saying it was annoying that people kept asking. So Chris Sabat teasingly said something like, it must have been hard to have so many fans who like your work. Sean's response was something like, F this shit, I am done. And he deleted his Twitter for a few days. What? The response to that? He's kind of insecure. And you'll see by this comment. Oh my gosh, if that's true. Oh my gosh, Sean, what's wrong with you, man? If that's true, and the other stuff we're reading is true too, this guy's literally like the opposite of Goku. He's the inverse Goku. He really is. I mean, Goku's so confident and, he'll even go in a fight that he doesn't think he'll win and he'll still enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, he'll still try and stuff. It's like Sean's over here getting worked up over, like, oh my gosh, over like drama and stuff. It's ridiculous. This grown adult. I'm sorry, I'm going to get on a whole rant right now about how pathetic this is. Let's just continue reporting on the story. This is a new thread now that I wanted to take a look at titled, Guess It's True About Never Meeting Your Heroes. Let's take a look at this one. So, again, it links to a tweet that has since been deleted. However, the top comment here writes out apparently what occurred. So let's take a look. Says, hey guys, I appreciate all the support yesterday given the Dragon Ball situation. I think that situation is referring to what we just went over, not the Twitter meltdown, but the situation before that between Kelamis and these other VAs talking about Goku and the cancellations and all that jazz. Because this is a tweet from Kamehacon, it looks like. So again, they say, hey guys, I appreciate all the support yesterday given the Dragon Ball situation. I would ask that people be civil. There were unfortunate circumstances that occurred, but the name calling has gotten rather ugly. I think we are all better than that, thanks, at Kamehacon. And Dragon Ball fans, I'm very happy to say the pertinent parties related to the situation from yesterday did the adult thing today and talked on the phone. We discussed the lapses in communication and cleared the air respectfully. At Kamehacon announced to follow shortly. Okay, announcement to follow shortly. All right. Which was then followed by, looking forward to hanging with Sean Schemmel, all the great voice talent, cosplayers, and of course the fans. The last one reads like a passive-aggressive confirmation that Sean was the culprit. So I don't necessarily know who those last two tweets are. The first one seems like it's from Kamehacon. The second one seems like it's adding Kamehacon. And the third seems like, of course, it's from Kelamis. But I don't know for sure. Let's see what these comments are. Says, I'm not sure I understand. Are we saying the voice actor who isn't permitted to attend is the jerk? Or the unnamed person who is the cause of them not being allowed? I need more context here. The response? The implication is that Sean Schemmel is the guy who barred Peter Kelamis due to Schemmel's history of disliking other Goku voice actors. And since Sean is the more popular Goku, he could easily just say, nah, I don't want that guy there, and make it happen. There's no actual proof of that, but it's heavily implied that Sean Schemmel did that. Person not allowing him to go is the jerk, and everyone knows who it is. I'm glad Chris kicked his you-know-what at Fighter Z. Man, if Sabbath ends up being a jerk, just throw me off a bridge. Oh boy, that didn't age well. That's from a year ago. Hopefully that person's okay, jokes aside. Hopefully they didn't do anything crazy. Dark Side Schemmel. DSS. I guess statistically one of them had to be a jerk. What about the odds of both of them being a jerk? Just saying. I'm kind of not surprised it was Goku's voice actor. Someone needs to put Schemmel in check. Oh my gosh, some of these really did not age well. The stuff that's come out about Sabbath now too, you know? Now this is interesting. So two very interesting things here actually. The first post at the top gives us more insight onto the issue here at hand. We pretty much piecing this all together know the situation now, but this poster further confirms that. And then right below that, look at this. Grenadier42 says, can't wait for Sean Schemmel to become the next Vic Mignogna. Whoa. The response, wait, Mignogna is a jerk too? And then I went to that thread and took a look. And as you can see, someone actually comes with a very nice story about Vic right here. I think I'm going to cover that in a video tomorrow. We'll take a look at that story and have a nice little, heartwarming story tomorrow. But the claim right below that says that he does things with, young fans. This is from a year ago. And, there's a few weird claims there. Anyways, that other tweet, though, reads, Peter Kelamis, Ocean dubbed Goku, made a tweet about how he was uninvited to a con thanks to another voice actor. Peter did not name who, but it's believed that it was most likely Sean Schemmel, the current Goku. It seems the hypothetical tension was cleared, however, and Peter's back in the con. Well, that was quite an interesting dive into Reddit and some history regarding Kamehacon, Schemmel, Kelamis, and other VAs of Goku as well. Let me know what you think about all that stuff. And if you saw the video earlier today regarding the claims of touching or whatever, I'm very skeptical of those claims. However, these seem like they hold a lot more weight. They're corroborated more. There's tweets that seem to have been deleted, and the exchange that does seem to have happened between Kelamis and Schemmel. Kelamis alleging that he was removed from the con because of certain VA, Kamehacon getting involved in making tweets, talking about people talking on the phone and stuff. This certainly seems like a much more legitimate situation than the other one. Not to say the other one might not be legitimate, it's just when you look at all the factors around each situation, clearly this one has more weight to it, at least in my very humble opinion. But let me know what you all think in the comments below. That's part of the reason why I make these videos, after all, is see what you guys think about it, and we learn more together. And of course, if you have information on Schemmel or the situation or anything of the sort, feel free to reach out to me. And a more general thing to say as well, if you have any stories you want me to cover or look into, feel free to also reach out to me. My email is sendtohei@gmail.com. That's sendtohei@gmail.com. And in wrapping this video up now, let me again mention that I have a video that came out earlier. If you haven't seen that one, you'll probably like it if you enjoyed this one. So subscribe if you're not already. notification bell, all that jazz, and some shout outs to the wonderful people who helped promote my video. The earlier one, actually, that I was just talking about. Shouts out to Professor Chaos 56, Anno, I Stand with Vic, The Lancaster Kid, Raven Wood, Princess Usagi, Coden X, Crispy No Ken, RGM 79GM, Dusk Wolf, Cornbread Man, Anime G, Charza Kitsune, A Shot of Whiskey. Hey, that sounds like some good stuff to me right now. Alrighty though, my friends, that's it for this one. If you'd like to do more to support the channel, of course, consider sharing the video, commenting, liking, all that stuff helps, as we've said. And we have, of course, also Patreon and merch, Teespring store in the description as well if you want to take a look at those. With that said, though, that's the end of this news update. I'll catch you next time.